Hello, my name is Liam Nicolosi, and I'm here with the Permanent Brain Press.
Hi everyone, it's Chloe with the Permanent Rain Press. Today I'm happy to be joined by Liam Nicolosi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I know with the time difference, it's the evening where you are, so I appreciate you
Yeah.
taking the time out of your night for this interview. To get things started, I know your mother is a writer and an actress, so what can you share about your background in the arts and when you knew you shared that love for performing?
I knew since I was pretty young. Like when I was I don't know, 7, that I actually knew I wanted to do it. I did it even before because with my family, also my dad's an actor. Um and we had like this sort of YouTube channel that we used to do some like funny videos and daily things. That's where my acting started because I did it without even realizing I had to act. I was acting like myself, like I was acting as me, but I was like different emotions and stuff. And yeah, that helped me a lot. And then yeah, when I was around 7, 9, that's when I actually realized I wanted to be an actor. And then I started getting my first little parts as with my family. I got my first real part. It was Cuori Puri. It's an Italian movie, and we played a little part. We played like the family of the main character, and that was fun. And then Heirs of the Night was my first big experience.
So that's the actual one I actually want to talk about, which is you start in 2 seasons of the fantasy series Heirs of the Night as
Yeah.
Luciano. What did you take away from that show, and how do you think it helped prepare you for going into a lead role in Diaries?
Okay, so probably like just the basics, like even just like the experience of being on set, being around cameras pointing to you and asking questions to the director and getting feedback and like working like that. And also just like learning how to be on set because it can be a nice place, it can be a hard place, it can be anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts on these
Yeah,
productions, I'm sure. So it's kind of like you mentioned, getting used to having a camera directly in your face,
yeah,
hair and makeup all the time. But
yeah, exactly.
that character was a little different from Diaries. You played a
Yeah,
child vampire
yeah,
with powers, right?
yeah. It was really fun.
And you had like colored, or you had some kind of contacts you had to
Yeah, yeah,
wear, right?
contacts. I had to put them every morning. I remember on the first day of set, I had to put them in, and we had already done hair and makeup tests with wardrobe and everything, and I had put them in. But the first day of shooting, it was a hard scene because yeah, it was a hard scene, and I couldn't put my contacts in. So I was stressed about the scene, because it's hard to put contacts in if you're not used to it, and it was a nightmare. I managed to put them on, and it worked out great. But
I think you by the end of the shoot, you must be a professional at putting your own contacts in now. You
yeah,
won't have any more problems ever again
no,
if you have to do that. But outside of acting, you are quite active. You play basketball, rugby, you do water polo, skiing. Tell me about your love for sports and what you enjoy about these activities.
okay, so I'm like all around. I'm a sporty guy. For now, my main focus, my main sport is water polo. I've been doing it for 5 years now, I think. Yeah, 5 years. And I play like on a competitive team here in Rome. And yeah, I do it to like one to stay fit, and then because I like it, to have fun. And then the other sports, basketball, I play at school now. And I actually like started because of Diaries, because we play basket there. And then I wouldn't have continued, but like at school we play basket, so it like continued. So Diaries was like the spark. And then skiing, I love skiing. I go like every winter with my family, so that's really fun. And rugby, I played 2 years, like 3 years, Now I don't really play that much. I like watching it, but I don't really play that much. I still play up sometimes, but it's just I like it.
It's hard to, I'm sure, do so many sports, but like you mentioned, you do water polo, it's kind of your focus. We were speaking with Biagio, and he said the same thing about basketball, like doing it with the show kind of like inspired him to kind of continue. Maybe he enjoys playing more now than before. I guess same with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. No, I love it. I really like it.
To cycle back, what can you share about your audition process for Diaries, and what were you told early on about your character, Giulio?
Okay, so the audition process was pretty long actually. Like we did quite a lot of auditions, and well, I wasn't told much about my character. On the scripts like that they gave us to audition with, there was written like I was like smiley, make is funny, the classic Julio things.
So you mentioned it being a long process. Did you have to do like a lot of meetings with any kind of writers, or I imagine you met the director?
Yeah, well, they were a lot. They were a lot of auditions. I did like 6 or 7 of them, that are like meetings, and yeah, I met the director.
Was Giulio the only character that you auditioned for?
Yeah, I
Okay.
was too perfect for the role, so they didn't give me any other parts.
You were like, it's all or nothing. It's Giulio or I won't be in the show at all. Which was your favorite scene to be a part of and why?
Okay, it was probably well, it's not a really exciting scene, but for me, it was really exciting. You know when me and Pietro go up to like the floor, which is like you can't go. Yeah, that's really fun because it was the same corridor that like we go to school and everything, but it was all like made differently with like they made it all up, so it was really cool like how we saw like the before and after.
Yeah. It's kind of
Yeah,
like a surprise for, I'm sure, both of you kind of going through something. You're like, I walk through here almost every day, but
yeah,
they did it up different. And I mean, that's the wonderful thing about sets. There's always
yeah,
something new that they're
yeah,
adding with props and decoration.
yeah. They
Uh,
did it over the lunch break, over lunch break. So we were having lunch, and then we came back up, and we were like, "What? This is so cool."
Yeah, it's always fun, and I wanted to talk about some more scenes in season one. One that actually had you and Andrea as Pietro. So that was in episode 5 when they fought in the school classroom.
Oh yeah.
How was it filming this opposite Andrea? Because this was something new for their friendship. It was something physical and intense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for the storyline, yeah, it was intense because like of their friendship and everything, but also like as an actor, that scene was really like fun, and like it was a bit scary because we actually like what is there we actually did. Obviously, we didn't hurt ourselves, no one was hurt, but it was fun, and we did like sort of mini self done stunt, and it was really fun. It was really intense because like we actually felt like we did it.
Yeah, like you had to get into your character's
Yeah.
mindset, and I think that you both did a good job. I'm happy that it didn't take too long for them to repair their friendship. It just took like a little bit of talking at the principal's office. But Julio had two pranks in the show that one could say was sexist and just vicious bullying. There was the girls ranking, and then the catfish on Monica as JCap. Were these scenes difficult for you to film, like knowing how hurtful his actions were?
Well, like they weren't hard to film, but when I read like they were normal to film, like a normal scene. But when I read the script for the first time, and I read what he did, I was like, oh, that's horrible, poor Monica. And yeah, I felt pretty bad.
We see him and Monica reach an understanding in episode 10 after the Napoleon presentation. Tell me about that unexpected friendship and how important she was for his growth.
Well, so I think Giulio associates Monica with school. So he hates school at the beginning, obviously. And he doesn't know why, but he hates school. And then Monica, like, we all know that she's the one that studies a lot. She gets the good grades. So he associates Monica school. And then when with her, he gets to like school a bit more. We actually understands it and starting to like get good grades. He actually starts to appreciate Monica, and how she helped him appreciate school. And it's important to appreciate school because that's basically what you do for when your whole life when you're a kid.
Just like you mentioned, appreciate school, reaching kind of that understanding of each other, because it's something that they both never considered each other's kind of perspectives before. And his storyline with dyslexia was really impactful because he goes through the stages of refusing help and, you know, just kind of denying that he has this learning disorder. When you read the scripts for the first time, like, what was your reaction when the writers told you this would be a part of your character?
Well, it was actually like a coincidence because I am dyslexic, like uh, me, Liam. So it was really easy to like act those scenes because I know exactly how he felt because I actually had a similar experience. I knew that I was dyslexic when I was in third grade or fourth grade. I don't remember, which is pretty late. And I remember all the teachers, like my English teacher in third grade. I always had to finish my work before I could go out and play. So all my friends would go out and play, but I had to finish my work. Like I knew how to do the work. It was easy, but it just took me more time. And then and I was like, what am I dumb? What's going on? And then when I realized I was dyslexic, me too, I thought it was like an insult. Like, what? I'm dumb. And then after I realized that it's not like being dumb, it's actually just a different way of thinking.
Thank you
And
for sharing that. Yeah, please continue. I'd love to hear what
what
helped.
helps me a lot is like seeing like how many I'm not saying all dyslexic will become like famous and stuff, but there are a lot of scientists and actors that are dyslexic. Like recently that I didn't know an actor that's dyslexic is Tom Holland. I did not know that. And like scientists, Einstein is dyslexic, was dyslexic. Da Vinci and Galileo Galilei. So it's like we're bad in some things, but we're better in others.
It's nice to, like you said, kind of learn more about it, give a platform. So, which was your favorite scene as a viewer and why?
Okay, so this is it's probably pretty weird, like because it's not a really nice scene. But like, wait, does it count if like I'm in it, but at the end, like not
We'll give it
where?
to you. Yes,
Okay,
you can use this
okay.
scene. I'm
So
curious
this is
which one.
it's a nice scene. Like it's my favorite just because it was one of the first scenes we shot. So obviously, like there was a lot of tension on set to see because the first day, like I think it was the second day, but the first days they're really hard. And I like the scene because I didn't like go in at the beginning. So because like the hardest bit is to like start a scene. That's like where you get the most anxiety. So if you come in later, it's easier because like the motor is already moving and stuff. So I like that. And it's the scene where Pietro and Livia, like where Pietro gets rejected by Livia when she is like after her race, I think. And I liked it a lot because also it was pretty funny seeing Andrea be like rejected because it doesn't happen to him often. So.
That's funny. Like that's the whole motivation for this being your favorite scene, watching Andrea get rejected as his
Yeah,
character.
and also
Yeah,
my reaction to that on this in the scene, it was really
yeah.
fun.
Him saying that he got like friend zoned, right?
Yeah.
So the basketball team, like I really loved watching their progression. You were one of the members, briefly left when he was dealing with a lot, but came back.
Yeah.
How much fun were those scenes to film between the practices and then the
Yeah.
actual matches?
Okay, they were really fun. The scenes were really fun. Sometimes they were pretty tiring because it was so hot. It was like almost 40 degrees, and we we had to keep on going. But they were mostly fun, especially the practice scenes, because the director just like let us mess around, let us practice, and that was really fun, like us shooting. And especially when we were like in the background, we had one line. When I had one line, and the rest of the scene I was shooting. That was fun. And then during the matches, it was fun, but it was a bit hard, obviously, to choreograph the whole thing. But in the end, it was fun. And I wish I had the experience I had in basket now then, because I would have made it so much better.
Take me through the emotions, episode 14 with 2D coming together to celebrate that win.
Okay, so we actually had the scene. It was really interesting and fun to shoot because Pietro Andrea actually had to make that shot off one leg from the 3-point line. So we did it 20 times, and the like the celebration is all real. That's all real. We just used the make, and we celebrated that. So it was really good ending because it was all real.
So you were just all there waiting for him to to finally get it in the basket?
Yeah, well, we weren't only waiting. We were doing the scene, like we the whole scene, like it starts from Michele has the ball, passes it
So you had
to
to do that like
Viaggio, yeah,
so you
to
kept hearing
Daniele, then
take
pass it to me,
18,
and then I
take
dribble through
19.
two, and I pass it to Isabel, and then she passes it to Andrea, and then fine, we did like that 20 times, so we were all like tired, and then when he made it, we were all like, yeah,
Yeah, this is the reaction was completely genuine and real,
yeah,
which we like to hear it. Now, I also loved watching Giulio and Arianna's relationship evolve throughout the season because he initially is very like love struck around her, but begins to realize he's not treated very nicely. But take me through those emotions because she finally starts to return his affection. They have the boat ride and then the kiss at the picnic.
okay, well, Giulio in his mind, I he only thinks about three things mostly. They're like fishing, basketball, and Ariana. So when he like talks about her, or like is talking to her, or thinks about her, he's just like in another world because he is completely love struck by her. And obviously when she starts paying some attention to him, he's like, it's like the happiest thing that could ever happen to him. Like he's the happiest thing ever. So yeah.
Do you think that he will, like, moving forward, though, want to maybe stand up for himself a bit more and make sure he's treated as an equal by her?
Yeah, of course. I think season two, there's something is going to happen with that. I hope. I don't know. I think.
Yeah, it's all speculation. We'll note
Yeah.
that we haven't heard
No.
anything yet, but
Yeah. Yeah.
fingers crossed because we really want to see more. Obviously,
Me
what
too.
happens with the school is the big thing, but there's all these like kind of side plots and stories with these characters. I want to ask you, what was your experience like working so closely with Francesca on your scenes?
So it's actually pretty easy working with Francesca because we get each other. It's easy, and every scene, like I think if it was another person, it would have been a bit harder because if you don't like understand fully the other person, then to do a scene it's hard because you have to like it's slow. You have to break the ice every time you do a scene. Instead, we broke the ice like we really broke it the first time, and then for the whole 4 months of shooting, we were off.
And it makes it so easy to have someone that you get along with so well. On the note about potential second season, like what else might you like to see from Julio and his story?
Okay, so I would like, wait, it has to be like relevant, obviously.
It has to
Or
be
else
relevant, it has to be
yeah,
realistic.
or else I would want Julia to become a superhero. I'm joking. Okay, so I would like Giulio, yeah, to stand up a bit with Arianna and move on with like his school life and everything. And maybe like not for Giulio, but for the season. I mean, I think there should be some spice between Arianna and Giulio. Uh, like that something happens, and then at the end it's the opposite. It's Arianna under Giulio. I think that would be pretty cool and funny. And then obviously at the end, the happy ending. But that would be fun.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting to see. I know that Francesca mentioned that in her mind, like they do end up together, like it's probably like an end game kind of thing. But it would be neat to see what happens because they aren't
Yeah.
officially a couple at the end of season one. So we're gonna have to see.
Yeah.
Are there any other wish list items you have for other characters and storylines?
Okay, well, I forgot another one to say about me. Also, I hope Julio becomes like a basketball legend. But apart from that, I hope Pietro has like an evolving of his character, and at the end he sort of becomes less of like, oh, always has to like prove people wrong, if you know what I mean. Like he has to, like in the beginning there's the first, we have the whole how do you say scommessa in English? And
Oh, like
Ariana.
the like kind of the bet, the
Yeah, the bet
the
there. Sorry, I forgot how to say.
no worries.
Um, okay, yeah, the bet. He has the bet. Then he has to prove the grown-ups wrong and all of that. Like I think he should have like an evolving of like something else. Like I don't know really what, but something different. And then Daniele. Well, even I'm excited to see what happens because that's a mess. And I actually hope Nico can like be good, become, I don't know, more like his the one for Daniele. Mirko, uh well, he also, he's in a mess, so I hope that gets solved. And Monica, oh, I I don't know what. Well, maybe what would be funny would be like that she joins the basketball team and she's really good, and she thinks she was always good at school, but instead she was a basketball champion. And then who's left? All right, Livia. Okay, Livia. Well, I think for her character is still good, like staying like how she is in the end. Like she's is sort of Miss Perfect, but she is like sort of more flexible. And then Isabel, uh it would be fun to like for her to move on from well, like have wanting to have like the first kiss and first boyfriend and stuff. And it would be I think funner if she I'm trying to think what could be better, but like move, like became like focus more on basketball or stuff like that. And then that's it, right?
I
I
think
said
you
everything.
pretty much went through everyone. Yeah. I mean, I like those wishes, but I feel like you want to kind of solve problems, but like you mentioned, it's part of a journey that people have to go through. Like
Yeah, and
with
then to obviously to make the series more interesting.
Monica as a basketball star, that would be a good one. I think that would be unexpected, but I mean,
Yeah,
she's always there on the sidelines
yeah,
watching
like I
them.
don't know, one practice she gets the ball and shoots it from half court and makes it. And then I don't know, we pass her the ball again, she makes it again. And then again, and then she joins the basketball team.
And as we know, they really do need spares on that basketball team because
It's not a
oftentimes one
reliable
man
team.
down, there's no one else to step up.
Yeah.
Take me behind the scenes. What are some of your favorite memories from set?
Okay, so well, the whole thing is a nice memory, but I'd say like one of the best memories. Well, it's like a bunch of memories that create a good memory, which is me and Pietro, Andrea. Um, we're right before the action. We're always messing around. It's a bit bad and good at the same time, but obviously when they said action, we were focused. But right before that, there it was all of those times were one of the like it's so fun. Um, and yeah, it was probably that. I remember one time where we had a scene that we were looking for Livia and Monica because the wolves scene, remember that? And we had to go look in the bathroom. And I remember he tried to make me laugh every time we were in there because we had like 1 second that the camera wasn't on us and it was on the other guys. And in the when we went in the bathroom, and he always tried to make me laugh when we were in the bathroom. And then we had like 1 second, and then we had to go out and say, no, we didn't find her. So that was really funny to like try keeping it. Because also, if I didn't like stop laughing before then I would have been in trouble. So
So he didn't break you, is what you're saying.
no, he didn't. But that was like the riskiest time. Then the rest, we were pretty professional after that.
You were like, I don't want to be the one to delay take after take. So you're like, I have
Yeah.
to maintain
Yeah.
my
No,
composure.
we never delayed anything. So
Yeah.
we never got like
But it's the prospect of it is funny though, because I mean you're still like young actors on this
Yeah.
first big set, so it's natural I think to
Yeah.
want to have a little bit of fun and joking around. In terms of like did you and Andrea know each other before filming, or you just met?
No, we just met there.
And the
Yeah,
same with
I
I think you
remember.
and a lot of the cast just met for the first time.
Yeah, the whole like main cast I met there.
So in terms of fan support, there's been a lot of love on places like Instagram and TikTok, accounts dedicated to not only the show, but people, cast members like yourself. What have
Yeah.
been some things that you've seen and what has that meant to you?
Well, it means a lot, obviously, because as an actor, having fans is the most important thing ever. Because without the fans, you aren't like without the spectators, you're nothing. Because that's what an actor does. He acts and works for his audience. If he has no audience, then it's useless. So obviously, having like fans is the most important thing. So I love like seeing some edits and which they're really funny and nice. Um, and it's always fun to when you open Instagram to see your face there on a like with a song going.
You like go through your messages and read any of those?
Yeah, of course. I respond to my messages. It's always nice the messages that when they send me like compliments and things, and seeing the reactions when I answer to them is really nice when they're shocked, because they always write, hello, I'm a big fan. I really like your character, and you did a great job. And then I respond, thanks. And they're like, oh my God, that's so cool that you responded.
Yeah,
So
you're
yeah,
making people's days, I'm sure, all the
yeah,
time. And then
that's really it's really nice. Like that I can make someone's day just by writing.
I did want to mention, like in the show, you wear your hair like it's always kind of like pulled back. Do you like that hairstyle? Are you not
No,
a
I
fan?
don't. I don't like it. I had long hair, like it was all like sort of in the front, like here when I had long hair, and it was all like really curly. And well, when I went to the makeup, hair and makeup, they like with the camera and hair and makeup, they decided to like one sometimes make me have that hairnet, and then always keep it back for the camera so that you could see my face. But I didn't like it so much. I would prefer if they would have kept it down. But let's hope Giulio season 2, if there is a season 2, has hair like this.
You're like in your contract, can I please just use my my natural kind of my hairstyle?
Well, if I cut it, I mean, I don't think they're gonna give me a wig, but I don't know. I hope they're not gonna give me a wig.
You never know. You might walk into
No,
hair and
I don't
makeup
know.
one
I never know, but I
You're
mean,
like, I don't want it. I don't want it.
yeah. Right. Like if they say anything about season 2, I'm gonna cut my hair again, right before we start, so they can't do anything.
Now, I wanted to talk about future projects because you are kind of only starting your career, but are there any specific genres or characters that you might like to portray in the future?
Well, I'm pretty like open to a lot of things, but like probably the character in general that I would like to do a lot is sort of like Giulio, because it's really fun doing like comic characters like that. Maybe I would like to do slightly more comic characters, like just get the comic side of Giulio and mix it up in other characters. But I'm like that I would like to do. But also what interests me a lot, I would like to do some characters that it's like have a horror like the horrible backstory and it's so hard for them. Like a film, this boy is like traumatized because he was abused, and then like he gets adopted and then kills his adoptive parents and stuff. That is really like whoa, but it would be pretty like, I'm not saying fun to shoot it, but it would be interesting and cool, because still to do that you actually have to like sort of like as an actor you have to actually do that in your brain, so that'd be pretty tough. And also it would be fun like shooting some like I don't know action movies, like I don't know, running away from I don't know anything. I'm open to anything.
Liam's interested in like thriller movies, horror movies,
Yeah.
action movies. But I think I like that because as an actor, I'm sure you do want to kind of expand
Yeah,
your
exactly.
range and take on
Exactly.
like a heavier role.
Yeah.
Although, like you mentioned,
Yeah.
comedy, like it's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully you get the opportunity. I
Yeah.
think that this is like a good kind of starting point for you. Now, who are some artists you're listening to on your playlist?
Oh, like songs.
Yes. Music.
Okay,
Favorite
so
musicians right now.
yeah, okay. So I listen to a lot of like rock, sometimes like Rage Against the Machine, Nirvana, Metallica sometimes, well, AC/DC. That I listen to, but now not so much. Now I've been listening to some rap lately. Listen to Jack Harrell. I think that's how you say it. And I'm not so sure about like the other names of the songs I've been listening to, but lately, like a long time ago, I was a Skrillex fan because one of my friends like introduced me to Skrillex. He's like a dubstep artist that makes crazy music, and I like that. And like last week, I heard a song from him, so now I've been listening to a couple songs from Skrillex that they're really like when you I don't know, when you're angry at someone, you have to listen to one of those songs.
Hopefully you're not angry too much
No,
of
no,
the
no.
time.
I
No, but it's good like it's good to like find a genre or an artist who
yeah,
you can just listen to kind of release like you mentioned
the
negative
mood.
emotions
Yeah,
at any point just so if you happen to have them.
yeah.
What's cool about the show is Tancredi was a big part of
Oh yeah.
the show, and then so was it cool getting to I guess you filmed a scene at a concert. It was
Yeah.
filmed, but that must have been kind of cool to be a part of.
Yeah. That is probably like the second coolest scene I shot. It was really fun because it was actually a concert. We went to a concert. It was live music, and I'm pretty sure it was live. I'm not so sure though. But he was there, like maybe lip singing or singing. Actually, I don't remember, but it was really fun. We were actually dancing, and yeah. And Takri is a great guy. Like I met him. He's really kind.
I have one more question for you, our signature question. If you could be any ice cream flavor, which would you be and why?
Okay, so let me ice cream flavor. Okay, so well, I love ice cream, but Okay, ice cream is a bit sad by itself, but if I had to choose one flavor, it would probably be I not that many ice cream places have this flavor, but this ice cream place near my house, which is one of my favorite, that I go to all the time. It's called biscotto, which means cookie. So it's cookie flavor. I like it a lot because it's a mix of pistachio, but not so much pistachio, and chocolate, and mixed with like cookie dough scents. So yeah, I like that a lot.
That sounds like a really good
And
flavor. I
yeah,
want to
and it
try
is
it.
the reason why I would be that, not only because I like it, but also because it's like unique and like fun, like sort of like me.
Thank you so much, Liam, for taking the time to chat. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Make sure to catch Liam in season 1 of Diaries. It is out on Netflix, and we will see you next time.
Bye.